Your lips look sore. That's how you're making your cash out there?
What do you say you and I move away from Mom together? It's a promise.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
Never.
Yo, I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom! That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
We messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
Guys, money's probably in there.
Who's there?
Stay right there.
How many of you are there?
Man, all right? Just let me go, please.
It's the Tony Tone Show on Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. That was audio from the #1 movie in America, Don't Breathe. It's rated R. Don't bring the kids. Looks very scary. And the star of Don't Breathe is on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline right now. His name is Stephen Lang. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well this morning. Thank you.
Thanks for the time. Congratulations. Don't Breathe, #1 movie in the country. And, Stephen, I got to tell you, while I haven't seen it yet, I love scary movies, and it's so refreshing that a scary movie can climb all the way to the top of the box office, man. I love that.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased about it. We all are on the team because we worked so hard on the film, and we felt all along that it was kind of it would transcend whatever genre you want to put it in, whether you call it a thriller or whether you call it horror, that we just knew we were making what we thought was a really, really cool movie.
And that was going to be my next question. So you're working on a movie like Don't Breathe, and it seems like initially, you could tell that this was going to be something special. That's also got to be a nice feeling as an actor, right?
Totally. It was challenging. I mean, when I read it, two things struck me right away. First was the silence of the character. I mean, I'm virtually wordless through the performance, which is really interesting. And the other thing, I'm sightless. I don't, I'm playing a blind character, and that was a huge challenge for me. So I found the script to be challenging and also frightening. And my experience is that when something scares you, it's probably an indication that it's a good thing to do.
I was going to say, have you done the thing, Stephen, where and I don't know how common this is because I'm not an actor, but have you gone to a theater and just kind of slid in while people are watching this to see their reactions? Because again, this is a movie, Don't Breathe, where people are like jumping out of their seats.
Right. Well, I've seen it 3 times, twice with audiences, but I have to say that they were. They were kind of invited audiences in a way. So it was like sitting with, 1,000 ringers. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to, I will get to a screen. I've just been too busy to kind of slip into one, but I hope I'll get to do that at some point. But I understand, I know Fede Alvarez, who wrote and directed the film, he's done that a number of times, and it just tickles him to death to watch the reactions.
I love that. And again, a horror movie in the summer, and horror thriller. I can't wait to see it. We got to talk about something else you're working on, Stephen. So 23 Blast, inspirational sports drama based on a true story. You play Coach Farris. So in that movie, because the source material is based on someone's life, is your approach different when you start it, when you read the script? Are you immediately drawn to it, or what?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, on that one, absolutely. When you're portraying events and characters who really existed, not just in a writer's imagination, but who have a historical existence, there's an added responsibility to that. No question. You want there to be fidelity to the truth of the story. Now, the Coach Farris was he's different than I am, but I tried to kind of capture the essence of the man, and hopefully I did. Physically, we don't look alike. But that doesn't really matter in that case. You know, when you're playing Abraham Lincoln, then it matters.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
23 Blast, I should let everybody know, is due out October 24th. Again, inspirational sports drama based on the true story of a high school football star who's suddenly stricken with irreversible total blindness. It's interesting that you dealt with blindness in Don't Breathe and also in 23 Blast.
Absolutely. I never actually made the connection.
Sure.
In my own mind, to be honest, although I think we did I hope blindness was portrayed successfully in both films.
I think you're doing great with you know, and honestly, you know, for people, I have a listener that I talk to every day that's blind, and I'm sure that he would appreciate the fact that blindness on the big screen, you know, while he can't see it, it's got to be nice that it's being represented, even if it is in a thriller way. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I got to also say that the representation of blindness in Don't Breathe is very forceful, very aggressive. His blindness is a fact of his life, and he has moved through whatever stages of, you know, self-pity there may be. He has moved through the fact that it's a disability to him, and he has made himself everything that he can be given his circumstances. So it's an aggressive portrayal. You know what I mean? I don't approach it as a disability.
Absolutely. I have to ask you, on behalf of a friend of mine, his name is Steve as well. Steven, it seems like it was a match made in heaven for you to potentially play the role of Cable in a Deadpool sequel, but it seems like that's not going to happen. Is it because of the Avatar schedule or what?
Well, I mean, certainly the Avatar schedule could present logistical problems, but I don't know what the status of that is. Last time I looked, they haven't announced any casting on the role. I haven't been told that I haven't been asked to do the role, but then again, I don't know that I'm not in the running now. So, you know, I kind of continually urge my fans out there to, you know, you want to see me as Cable, just make yourself heard, because they listen to the fans. And that's about as far as I go in, you know, campaigning, as it were, for a role. I think it's a wonderful, interesting role, and it's one that I think is certainly within my, you know, my wheelhouse. So I'd love to do it, but I don't know that it's going to happen. It would not happen.
I think you would be great alongside Ryan Reynolds. When you're making a movie like Avatar, last question, and then you do a Don't Breathe, obviously you're dealing with films that have slightly different budgets. Does an Avatar feel, Steven, as big as it looked on the screen? It was a beautiful picture, cinematography, the visuals. When you're filming it, does it feel that big?
Well, in a way it does, because as an actor, you're having to create in your imagination, if it's not present on the set, this sort of vast world of Pandora. This, in the original Avatar, this incredible bioluminescent environment. And so whether the grandeur or the bigness, the size is there in fact or in your mind, it's got to be there. Having said that, much of the time you're working in a, you know, basically a bare room, as it were, with, you know, with cameras rolling and all the your performance then is transferred to, you know, CGI artists, computer graphic imagists, who they're the ones who supply the grandeur. But again, in that film, we knew we were doing something very fascinating and special. Although I don't think anyone anticipated the kind of global cultural phenomena that the film became.
It was unbelievable, and sequels to come. And listen, Stephen Lang, I want to thank you for your time. Again, Don't Breathe in theaters now, 23 Blast coming soon, and a potential role as Cable, but Avatar on the horizon. You're a busy man. Thank you so much for the time, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony.
Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.